Oh, it's recording.
You just told me to.
I thought it would be like a boop, boop, boop.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright, then. You want to do it again? Okay. Hey guys, I'm Leah.
And I'm Lana.
And welcome back to our podcast, Aliens Landing. This is episode 3? Yeah, because it's not 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's episode 3
Look what came in the mail
of our podcast, and this is called Outlandish. We're going to be talking about conspiracy theories and just crazy things that we think are silly, goofy, crazy. And she got her emergency intercom merch.
I wasn't able to get it last merch drop because I didn't have any money, but
She got this merch drop. Look at it. Show it off. Go up. Show it off.
where's the other guy? Like,
Okay, get sit down. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. I think, I don't know. I'm really trying to
it's
remember.
really comfortable, like.
Because a lot of them are the... What?
The shirt is really
Oh.
comfortable.
A lot of our podcast ideas come from conversations we've already had, and I think I was telling Lana about something crazy that happened at work, and that's why we got the idea to talk about stuff. Conspiracy theories. And just crazy. It's outlandish because anything goes, you know? Wow, the voice crack.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, I felt it.
Oh.
But yeah. So, first thing first, we're going to be talking about...
On the list. No, say it again.
I'm not saying anything.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Bill. For real. She doesn't know, guys.
Anyway.
It's No Role Models by JCole. What the heck did I even have to say?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. First thing we're going to be talking about the moon landing. Okay, no, actually, I want to preface all of this video by saying I've never understood conspiracy theories. I don't understand conspiracy theorists. And I don't
get people just be bored, honestly.
I feel like people, it's either like a constant state, that one's out video. It's like a constant state of paranoia, or like they be bored. Cause
a lot of Trump supporters be like conspiracy theorists, low-key, and it's literally they're showing so many signs of like mental illness, like they're like that.
I do think that conspiracy theories do coincide with some mental illnesses in some cases, because sometimes it's just a little tidbit like, oh, you know, this actually happened, but sometimes it goes like a little bit.
But the Trump supporters, they be
no, not just them. I'm saying like just in general,
not
people who think they've been abducted by aliens or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, by the way. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I never understood conspiracy theories. I just think they're a bit like, why? You know, I have a cousin, or we have a cousin, and he believes in some conspiracy theories, and he explained one to me. We'll get into that later.
It's like literally crazy.
But I just never. I was like, while he was explaining the theory to me, it wasn't that the theory wasn't making sense, but it wasn't necessarily the fact that it wasn't making sense. It was the fact that, like, why do you think the government is doing all of this? Like, what are they trying to get over on this? And I never understood that part. Like, because like we know the government is corrupt, but why would they be doing all of this?
Yeah, like some things is understandable, like with the way that capitalism is.
Most definitely.
It's understandable, but like I'm like, what do they even gain from that?
Yeah,
what would they even gain?
When it has political like undertones, then that makes sense because everything is political. But when it has just like psychological, like it be like crazy. Like why would somebody be targeting this one individual? You know, like what makes them special? But we'll get into that later. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the moon landing. And now, so we literally talked about this before, how
it's fake.
Well, that's what. But I don't know if we're being serious.
It's honestly I don't know either. Like cause I'd be like, I kind of think it was like low key like fake.
I feel like there's no reason for the government.
66 years.
Oh, I heard that.
Okay, whatever. But 66 years.
Okay, so the plane was invented, or the first airplane, the paper airplane, because that thing was...
The Wright brothers, 1903. Moon landing, 1969?
But
I don't make any sense.
No, I think it makes so much sense, because that's 60-something years, right? From the plane to the moon. But when you think about the 90s to now, that's like 30 years, and we've made a whole lot of technological advances.
But where's the flying cars? Why haven't we gone back? The Sea Rock.
But you know...
The Sea Rock.
I don't know what you're referencing, but you know we've been...
The prop rock.
We've been back... We've been back to space, you know that, right?
Yeah, but have we been back to the moon?
Why would we go get if we already been? you know?
Because it's so much like, why wouldn't we? Like, we have so much more new technology.
When
like,
when you think about it, it's
we
like,
have a better understanding. And also, why wouldn't they bring back some moon dust? Why wouldn't they bring back some moon dust? Cause like, why wouldn't you though? Like, why?
We're talking about all this. We
that?
didn't even freaking reference. Didn't NASA say like maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, that aliens exist?
Yeah.
Even NASA said. I don't know how we didn't.
Girl, we're here. We've been new. Here we are.
That was funny.
Yeah, like
funny.
aliens exist. Big whoop.
I'm looking right at you. Like,
right. Like
you see?
Exactly. We've been here for 16, 15 years.
Get out of here.
17 years.
And everybody, bro, and people were making a big deal out of the fact that nobody really cared about it because I feel like it wasn't that big of a discovery because, like,
obviously,
in the entire universe, you mean to tell me that we're the only living organisms?
Right.
Because life isn't just like us, like life, it's like cells and plants or whatever. Like, there has to be other things. So it wasn't really a big whoop to me, like, oh, aliens exist. But back to the moon landing, I understand. I guess why like America will be prompted to lie about the moon landing because of the
space race,
because of the whole Cold War,
the space race with the Russians and the Chinese.
Yeah, but with the whole Cold War and the space race or whatever. But then like, feel as though like, why would they keep up the ruse? You know, like I don't know. I just
because they need
like even if the moon landing was fake, which I don't believe it was.
I feel like
we've most definitely been to space. After that,
but we haven't been to the moon. You're not listening. You're not listening.
So, but do it matter? Do it matter? If we went back to space, do it even matter?
Space dust.
Did you look this up?
And
did you look
no.
Look it up.
And also,
no, I have some facts.
Okay, Miss Source, but like
no.
And also, how was the flag flying?
Wait, okay, that's literally
how was the flag?
So. I'm gonna cut that entire clip out. The facts that, the facts that support the idea that the moon landing was fake is that in the video the flag is flying, the American flag is flying, and
with what atmosphere? It's the moon. Let's talk about it. Like,
literally, I get it out. I've been struggling this entire time. The flag is flying, and there are clips in the video that suggest that there's like a stage prop, like a boom.
You continue. I'm just gonna see.
No. Okay. There's like a boom mic in the. Alright, don't let the dogs
see boom mics.
Are you for real? Lana, come on. Is it a French bulldog?
No.
Oh, it's all black with a big head. So it's French bulldog. Anyway, and there looks like there's a boom mic in the video. So that's the only two things that suggest that it's fake. Everything else,
she pay bills.
Right. Everything else, like there's no other evidence other than those two things. But like. I don't know if scientists have weighed in on this, but I feel as though there has to be some kind of
like I was saying,
explanation.
The sea rock, the prop.
What are you talking about?
There was a sea. There was a sea on the rock. It was a prop.
What are you talking about?
It was fake. Like so, like on sets they mark like the props basically.
Oh, and there was a sea on a rock.
And there was a sea.
How do you know
that
wasn't a footprint?
No, there was a. It was like a clear, visible sea. Like a sea. The sea rock, bro.
I'm thinking though, like
the sea rock.
But there's
they faked it to get ahead of the Chinese and the Russians.
But there's no way, like even if it is fake, there's no way that Russia and China both fell for the video. If there's clear evidence in the video that suggests it's fake.
It wasn't clear though. If you don't think it's fake, it's not clear.
No, not that. No, they don't mean this. I'm saying if there's a boom mic, right? If the flag is flying and it's clear to scientists that there's no way it can be flying, and if there's a sea on a rock, it's not like Russian people and Chinese people don't make films. Like y'all know what this all hits to. Like it has to be fake, you know. But I feel like they're all grasping at straws, especially because it's 60s quality. There's no way to really like
Sophie, spit that out. What did you just eat?
What did she just eat?
I don't know.
I don't know why I just asked you that as if you didn't just ask her that. But is she still chewing?
No.
Okay.
Alright, so.
I mean, that's just one conspiracy theory that the moon landing was fake. I don't understand that. Like, I understand, but I don't understand. Like,
I don't think I believe it.
I don't think it's fake. I really just don't. There's nothing in me to like be like it's fake. I don't care that much, about the moon. I don't care. Fake. Another conspiracy theory that I've heard about. This is years and years and years ago. Okay, it was popular years and years and years ago, but the actual conspiracy theory takes place in the 50s. Like, I don't know why we talking about the 50s, but anyway, in the 50s,
that's all sketchy. Everything about honestly the 50s, like everything about American history from the 50s to the 70s, sketch. And to the 80s, honestly, to the 80s, let's talk about it.
No, can I talk
Ronald
about
Reagan flooded freaking black communities with crack. This is literally, I'm not joking. Like, this is, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about what I said.
Okay.
Like, anyway, so this conspiracy theory that I know is about this man. I don't know if he's referred to as a torrid man, but
what the heck is torrid? Like the store?
That's what I thought. But let me get into it. So, this man is flying into France, right, with his passport, and at customs they check his passport. Lauren Z said maybe with us. But anyway, and at customs they check his passport, and the country that he's from is said Torrid, and it's Taured, I believe, right? And they don't know where this country is, so they ask him like, "Where's this country?" And he says it's right between France and Spain, and they look at the map, and it's not on the map, and they're like, "Well, where'd you come from?" And he's explaining like, I come, this is where I live, and he's like giving them their entire life story. They're not buying it. They're like, but the passport that he has is a real identified, what is it called? Certified passport. It's not a fake passport. Verified passport. It's not fake. But
they do that with fact.
Okay. See, I feel like it's there. It's always there, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, it's a real passport. But they're like, how did you get this fake country? They believe it's a fake country on this real passport, and then I believe him. So they take him into custom. They take him into questioning, and they put him somewhere for the night. Right after they've been questioning him for hours and hours. He's been saying the same couple things. He's there for a business meeting. He has a whole briefcase full of all this stuff. A bunch of other things that hint that they're from different countries. You know how you can tell from like when you look at like a bag of chips, you can just tell it's different from a different country. They like all these things hinted that he was from a different country, but none of them matched up with this country that he said he was from, which is Torrid, which don't exist. So they put him in this hotel room, and it's heavily guarded because they're not going to just let this unidentified citizen in their country. It's heavily guarded, and there's guards outside, and he's high up. I think he's on like the 10th or 11th floor.
Or
what?
nothing.
He's on the 10th. Or am I not going fast enough?
No, it's fine.
He's on the 10th or 11th floor, and it's guards outside his room. There's guards on the actual ground of the. I hope that wasn't a video. On the actual grounds of the hotel. Am I not going fast? You're being mean, bro. On the grounds of the floor, and there's basically no way he could have escaped. Is what I'm getting at without anybody seeing him. But then the next morning he's gone. All his stuff is gone. He's gone. There's no trace.
He's
of
gone.
Him. It's done. It's right.
We're done.
Vanished. She's gone. And people think like, okay, so what people think it is a parallel universe kind of thing, where in his universe there is a country called Torrid, and for some reason while he was on the plane he switched to ours, and then at 12 or whatever at midnight he switched back. But what I personally think it is, or what I've heard people hint to it is that because he was from because he was from a different country, he probably had trouble translating where he was actually from. There must have been miscommunication on like the airport side, and it could have been a typo in his passport.
So what would the typo? Like what typo for what country?
I don't know.
Between Spain and France? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know personally, but there are countries in between Spain and France. So are there?
I literally
yes,
don't
there are.
so.
I don't know.
Which
yes,
countries?
there are.
Which ones?
Well, I don't know, freak.
Like
I don't know. I don't know. But
map of Europe. We're gonna
break
this
see. Down. But yeah, people have already what's it called? This is oh my god. This is like a famous case when people bring up parallel universes. This is always a case that people.
Reference. Andorra.
Yes. Andorra. I know this is what I'm okay. So that I knew what I was talking about. There is a country between France and Spain, but for some reason, actually.
Barcelona.
How would that happen? Actually, Andorra don't sound nothing like Torrid.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not even a T in Andorra.
Yeah.
Unless he was really hard pronouncing the D's.
That doesn't make no sense. What language do they speak in Andorra?
Unless he had like a really thick accent and he kept saying Andorra, but for some reason it sounded like Torrid because he couldn't.
What language did Jesus speak? I know they're not. Nobody's asking. What language did
Hebrew?
They
right?
speak? Yeah. And
B, that's a popular conspiracy, or it was popular conspiracy theory.
Catalan?
I don't know if it's.
What the freak?
Let me see.
Catalan,
or well, the dude was identified when this is true, by the way. I'm not making this up. When he was at the airport, he was speaking French. But you can hear he was speaking French, but there was an accent. So maybe he spoke Catalan, but he was just speaking French, and maybe he had learned French for the business trip that he was on.
this whole thing is iffy, man.
That's the whole point. But yeah, people use this case to justify the idea of what's called parallel universes. Now.
Oh yeah.
Now
I like to think there's a universe,
a multiverse out there. But hold on.
Where I have a car.
Where I have a car, where you can drive it first.
Yo, shut the heck up. Like
now, the idea of a parallel universe isn't crazy because the universe is big. Well, actually, hold on. It's parallel universes, like, you know how the universe is huge, like it's us, and then it like zooms out like the universe. Yeah. So is it multiple universes or just multiple worlds in that universe, like a whole different universe? You know,
if it's a parallel universe.
Okay. Sometimes universe just means like the. But anyway,
you would think she gets it since we're aliens, but apparently there's still some.
That was a bit corny. Anyway, so I understand the idea of parallel universes. Like there's not just. Shut up. There's not just this one, there's another one. But why would a plane ride connect the two? What tear in space and time?
Oh my god.
Like
it's space-time continuum.
Right. But like how would he have gotten from there to here? And then how would he have gotten back? He just, zapped out. That freaking scene from the Wizards of Waverly Place movie when they said you cease to exist and it was a tornado that came and got
Bro, suck Justin right up. And freaking
and a baby.
And Max.
I almost said Alex. But yeah, that's just one conspiracy theory that I know
of. It was a guava smoothie. I didn't like guava. And it was papaya.
It was, yeah.
They didn't even serve guavas.
Oh yeah. You Eric.
Those guava candies are so good.
They're
Japanese. Good. Are they Japanese or Korean? I think they're Korean.
I just think they're some kind of Asian. I just think they're Asian. They're from Asia. Anyway. But yeah, that's just a conspiracy theory that I know of. Not really what we
you have been talking for a while. I think I should explain one.
Good.
So basically, there I am. I'm kidding, but
you heard.
Well, I have to find the words. Like, okay, so basically, because people decided to.
What are you looking at me for?
Storm Area 51.
No, the Antarctica first, and then we go to Area 51. The one that our cousin took. The one that he told us. Why are you looking at me like a dork? Just say the conspiracy theory.
I don't want to say much.
You can say it right afterwards.
Alright, fine. Like, talk for whatever. Okay. Go ahead, Doug.
You say it. You just said you wanted to say it.
Okay, so basically what our cousin was saying is that he believes that for some reason they're storing the real Area 51 is actually
in Antarctica. Sorry.
Is actually located in Antarctica, and they store dinosaurs there. And that he believes that there is a certain point in Antarctica that you can't go any further.
Yeah. They don't let people
because
go.
It's Area 51, and that they have freaking dinosaurs and all the extinct animals that have ever existed in this Antarctica. It doesn't make sense. Like,
and as he was explaining it to us, and I just kept thinking but why? Why? The question is, why?
Yeah, y'all have a megalodon in the Arctic.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm not Godzilla right next to the pterodactyl.
Right, a dodo bird in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Not every single freaking extinct species is gonna be able to exist in that climate. And
yeah, I understand if it was maybe fossils of those extinct species, but why wouldn't they be in museums?
Why would they be hiding them? Who cares?
Yeah, there's no way we can resurrect these animals.
Why would they be hiding them though?
Yo, you know what's actually kind of crazy?
Why would they be hiding?
Imagine being an archaeologist in the 20s and you're just digging and you find this big behind. I'd be terrified, a big behind skull bone. I'd be what was this? You know,
it was we didn't know that dinosaurs existed until I can't remember when, but it was George Washington didn't know that dinosaurs existed. There are just people who just imagine being alive before Jurassic Park, because then, and then even then, the Disney Fantasia from the 1940s, that movie, they depict the dinosaurs dying from a drought because that was before the comet theory.
Really?
Yeah.
So they knew of them, but they just didn't know the theory.
Yeah, they just had different theories as to how they died. They thought it was a drought that killed them.
Worldwide?
I don't know.
I wonder what percent. I wonder if we're even right about dinosaurs. You know, because like
they're feathery. They're like birds. That's why chickens have dinosaur blood in them. But that car's so ugly. Look, it's like a 4-door.
I don't like that
pickup thing.
But
it's like an SUV pickup. Yeah. Like it's disgusting. It's like a Jeep pickup.
It's weird because some 4-door trucks look fine, but other ones look really
that's because it's like a SUV pickup. Like it's like a van with the bed in the back. It's disgusting.
Anyway, I don't understand like. What was I saying? Freak. Oh yeah. I don't even know if we have the idea of dinosaurs we have in our heads, if they're even right, you know? Because as Londa said, there's no way to pick up hair follicles on dead bones, like dead cells or whatever. So they literally could have been furry. Like the mammoths. Wait.
What?
How do we know that mammoths are furry? Because aren't they called the furry mammoths? How do we know that? It could have been a freaking wait, because it was
she's looking at me like I'm the daggone archaeologist, like I'm the alien that built the pyramids. That conspiracy theory is actually shrouded in like white supremacy. I can get into it.
You said it's smarter than white supremacy?
Routed in white supremacy. I can get into it.
Yeah, I can get into it.
White people think that like white people are like because it's in Egypt. Like I bet you if it like and they do that with all like POC like type of thing like like with Machu Picchu with what's that freaking city called in Mexico? Freak.
Mexico
the really
City.
big, no, the really really big one, like the capital, Mexico.
Mexico.
No, it's not the capital of Mexico, but it was like the capital. Like it was the capital of the Aztecs or the Inca. Is it Mayan? It's just the T. Inca capital. No, Inca is like below. That's like South America, right? Inca capital.
City was the.
No, so yeah, Inca capital is Cusco. So let's look at Aztec capital. What the freak?
I guess go ahead.
Oh my god. This one, Tenoch. That's where that name comes from. Tenoch Huerta. Tenoch. Look. That's where that name comes from.
Lana, we were talking about this the other day.
Know that's
people
cool.
from Thailand are just referred to as Thai.
Yeah.
Bro. Why?
What was I talking
about? I said Taiwanese. I was like, that makes so much sense.
No, that's Taiwan.
Yeah, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like, you're Taiwanese. You're from Thailand. Taiwanese.
I know. But basically, those conspiracy theories that the pyramids were built by aliens or that like
it's just really the idea that people couldn't do it because they were
because they were like dumb because they think that people like are dumb like. Nell and Jaden are like the best Nepo babies. Like they literally are like the only Nepo babies that don't suck butt. Like they're like talented.
Back on track. Okay, so these outlandish ideas aren't just focused in conspiracy theories, although that's what we've been talking about for the last like 20 minutes. It's not just conspiracy theories, it's just like outlandish ideas all around, you know, like all around. Like the idea that people of color just because they had darker skin were dumb.
Or inferior.
Yeah, or were inferior. That's outlandish all around, you know? Like just a dumb idea.
I have my own conspiracy theory.
She has, you do your last conspiracy theory and then we're gonna move on.
No, my own that I have created. And it is iPad babies and Facebook adults are one in the same.
They are. I really do. Bro, at the end of every spectrum, it like coincides.
Like it's a full circle.
It comes full
People
circle.
think that spectrums are freaking lines, but they're circles. Yeah!
It's a pie chart.
It's a pie chart.
That's crazy.
They thinking it's a graph, it's a bar graph. When it's the circle, it's the pie chart.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, and that actually makes a whole lot of sense. I think it's because when you're a kid, you know, it's a kind of like a clutch. But then when you're older, it's like I've never had this before. It's so cool, you know.
No, I feel like they rely on technology the same way.
You don't feel like?
No, I feel like they do.
Oh.
Like they do. Like babies and adults. Like it's literally like freaking.
You're right. Actually,
the old man for the old year, the baby for the new year. Like it's one and the same. Like two sides of the same coin. Like
shut up. Not as a damn. But yeah. Oh, can we also talk about how? This is a conspiracy theory, but the indoctrination of Christianity on Western America. Because it wasn't until the Cold War where everybody was scared of, what is that word? Communism. Where we started using phrases like,
what is the Red Scare? The Red Scare. Like that.
Let me finish my.
Sorry, I'm just saying. Didn't you learn about that like last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But if you let me finish, you'd understand we're talking about the same thing.
I know. I was just saying like that coincides with you.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it wasn't until the what's it called this nationwide scare of communism, or just the idea is communism, where
because I was there,
but where the government started putting phrases like "in God we trust" and and what's it called? We pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
To her, which stands under God, basically.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of Gay America, and to the Rihanna for which I stand, one nation under Gaga, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's my pledge.
I'll say, can you turn by the moon's early wing? I know, that's why I changed it for you, because I knew you didn't know what wig meant.
Anyway.
Like, ew.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, just outlandish ideas as a whole. What's really outlandish?
Outlandish.
You know, I think
outlandish.
what's really outlandish. You want to get into it? Let's go. Let's
today.
talk. We listen.
Yeah.
Let's talk environmental wise. What's really outlandish is that these big corporations have convinced people,
bro,
that we are harming the world when they know that 70% of emissions come from their own enterprises.
And then they have
recycling.
And then they have countries.
I'm gonna hurt you.
And then they have countries like us blaming like countries like Pakistan and India for emissions or whatever. But it's them. They have Americans blaming.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Stop! I know you hurt yourself.
I did. I did. My thumb went back. My pinky went back up. Anyway, but yeah, that's sick. That's outlandish in itself. Because you know, even if every single person in the world recycled as they were supposed to live sustainably,
there would be no way.
We'd make perhaps a dent in the entire, but
not even scratching the surface.
If 70% of emissions come from y'all know there's only so much we can do. And I won't be guilt tripped into using a freaking
and then they have the
biodegradable straw.
And then they have, it should not be degrading in my cup. And then they have the audacity to greenwash products.
Oh my god!
You're gonna act like your freaking Tide bottles are made out of recycled plastic when we know that's still literally just clear freaking clearish brown with speckled dirt in it, or like with speckles in it, like.
Oh, also, yeah, how Sprite changed their...
Yes, Sprite changed the color of their bottles
to make it seem as though they were more eco-friendly. That's plastic either way.
No, to make it so that they wouldn't be as identifiable in landfill.
Really?
Yes. So that it would be like every other soda.
Okay, hold on. Look, he's smart. But that's sick. That's sick.
Look, smart.
Sick. Wait, no, but Mountain Dew is green, so it's not going to be like that Sprite specifically, you know?
Are Mountain Dew bottles green?
Yeah, they're
I
green.
think it's just the color of the daggone thing. That's so cool that I found out that that's where the name Tnoch comes from. Tnoch.
But yeah, I think it's outlandish ideas that just cloud our perception of reality. I'm just over here spitting bars. But the crazy thing happened to me at work the other day. Actually, I do be talking a lot. You talk.
So, finally, she's letting up.
You're not funny.
Basically.
You're not funny.
I actually have literally nothing else to say.
You're lying.
I literally.
What's something outlandish to you?
Outlandish. What's outlandish? What's outlandish? What's outlandish?
Shut up!
Oh, here are some more of my actual,
She made her own
conspiracy theories. God is Kanye West.
What? Wait, actually explain that, because we didn't put any context for that when you wrote it down.
I don't know. I don't know. I forgot what I was thinking about. I don't even know when I put that there.
I think it's because we thought Kanye West was like sick, or we thought God was sick because like you know. Anyway.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. Yeah, we put that there too, cause like, is there a God? And is there a God?
Let's play a game.
Is there a God, and is it Kanye West?
You know what's outlandish? Yo, I just remember something. You were saying something about freaking Ireland. I don't know, it just like clicked. We had an entire discussion about this in AP Link because we talk about the same thing. So we talked about, we read 1984, sick behind book. I don't like 1984. Anyway, we read 1984 and we were just talking about how you can be manipulated with language, and we were talking about the different mindsets between people in different regions or whatever. And my English teacher said this, and I'll never forget this, bro. He was like, it's so crazy to me that in America we're so used to injustice to the point where it's like
normal.
What is it called? We're desensitized to it. So the point where we'll have something crazy will happen one week, and by the next week we're already moving on to the next injustice. We're just so desensitized to it. But in France, they
over trash.
Well, no, literally, trash. They pushed back their retirement year like 2 years, and it was riots for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. People were not
isn't that why the sanitation people striked?
Oh, that might have been actually. But yeah, and I was like. Well, and it was crazy because I had heard of it, like of the riots that were happening in France, but I just didn't never think to indulge myself in it. But then my English teacher just brought up like newsreels or whatever. He just like told me, or not me, but told the class about it, and I was like, "You're so right. Like, why are we people?" Not me, Eminem. Why are us as American people so desensitized to injustice?
Last thing I'm about to say, there was this guy I just saw a video, and he was like, so. Imagine like a baby elephant, they take it, they capture it, they tie it to a tree. It grows and grows and grows, gets stronger, obviously it's an elephant.
Obviously it's an elephant.
The elephant could easily just walk away from the tree, break away from the tree. They don't know that. But it would never think that it could, like it would never try to. And that's how, like, we're in that mindset.
Why would it never try to?
Because as a baby it couldn't, like, why would they try? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it would never even try.
Bro, we're renaming this elephant. We're renaming this elephant. No, we're literally we're renaming this entire episode the elephant because that's so sick. Actually,
yeah,
and pull him up. He's so smart for that.
Yeah, bro. Like we're just like all these Americans are just in this mindset that we can't rise up. But we can.
No. Oh my God. Our power. I didn't mean to stand up. But I heard other conspiracy theory.
I think she definitely meant.
I did, but I didn't. I heard other conspiracy theory, right? That there is no such thing as the government. There's no such thing as the man. There's no such thing as right or left. It's all one unified circle of people, right? This is conspiracy theory. I don't know if this is true or not. But it makes sense. It's all one unified circle of people who are trying to have ulterior motives, and they've made this idea of left versus right, Democratic versus Republican, and other parties to separate us from, to divide the people so they can get away with what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Now that makes so much sense because when you look at people, name drop, but when you look at some Republicans, and you just hear all the hate that they spew for things that have no direct, what's it called?
Transgenderism?
No, listen. For things that have no direct impact on their personal lives, and their family, and you just hear that hate that comes from their mouth.
Who cares?
Sometimes I just don't understand, like, why does that upset you? Like, I'm thinking, like, wouldn't it make sense?
And like they complain about stuff that has.
Will you let me? Like, wouldn't it make sense that they don't actually care about it? That they're just being paid to say something because they know that the people above them have higher powers, like have ulterior motives.
They're taking
and don't have anything to do with.
It's a distraction. They're doing something
and
else.
When I was talking to Jossie, she was like, "It makes so much sense." Like, think, like they're having us fight over abortion and X, Y, and Z while they're literally. She's like, "We're over here struggling to get abortions, but watch by next year we'll be able to go to freaking college." And I'm like,
"Yo."
She was like, affirmative action literally just got canceled, but we're still over abortion. Like, they keep bringing they're like all these injustices. They're like just like it's kind of like, it's like they call Tyrone. It's I haven't watched it, and if you know, you know. It's like they clone Tyrone. There's a scene. I'm gonna just say this one scene. There's a scene where somebody is sitting somewhere, and they're looking at I almost went into detail, but I can't go into detail. Somebody's sitting somewhere and just looking at a TV screen, and it's just flashing and flashing and flashing and flashing, and you can tell they're not taking anything in, but you can tell that they're still they're looking at it, but they're not taking anything in. And it's kind of like that, where you just see all these things, and it's just being like all these injustices are just being thrown at your face, and you're seeing it, but you're not taking it in. You know, you're not taking it in. I'm sad. You know what I haven't taken in? What? The fact that that white lady got away with killing Emmet Till.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That lady was, or is she dead? That lady was alive for how many years? I don't understand how, one, you live with that, and then two, how now that it's been outed that there's no, and people really think reparations isn't necessary. This got really political.
Yeah.
or how that one, it wasn't that one lady, but how a handful of people, how a lot of people actually, can we talk about it, survived the Tulsa Massacre, and for years and years and years, no reparations, and they just recently had a whole hearing about it, and it was denied.
Yeah, like
there's a lady that remembers that. There's a lady that was pulled from her home while she watched her neighbors murdered.
Yeah,
while
she
watched her like neighborhood burned to the ground, and you think that she don't deserve nothing for her trauma?
Yeah, like ugh.
Nothing for her
trauma.
Alright,
let's wrap it up.
We gotta wrap it up. This is gonna be a shorter episode because like it wasn't that we didn't record for like an hour, I don't think, and then we're gonna condense it, so I think it's gonna be around like 30 minutes maybe. Okay. But yeah,
and there was like no hiccups or anything.
We did it. We did it. This is the third time this charm. This is the first episode we recorded where the camera did not die, so I'm really happy about that.
And my emergency intercom.
Guys. I'd like to just show off my outfit because I think it's really cute. The top and the bottoms are both thrifted. This is my Stranger Things shirt that I got for $1 because it was on sale. And then my jeans.
We're having a dispute actually about that shirt. So
comment in the comments. This right here, right? That's Dustin, Lucas, Nancy, L, Will. No, Mike, Will, Erica.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's Erica.
That doesn't make any sense because Erica was only prominent in the last 2 seasons. It wouldn't make any sense for her to be like she literally was only introduced in the second season. She had like a 3-second freaking cameo. So it doesn't make any sense for that to be Erica because that's
Erica.
Obviously season 1.
That's Erica because she has the thingy on. She has the headband on and they had her calling in events for season 3.
So why would they even have that shit for season?
I don't know why they had the young versions of the season 1 cast next to. But then who is this in the middle? I think this is Nancy. I just said it was Nancy. But I don't know for sure.
Comment in the comments. Let's play Aiken. Comment in the comments.
That's so funny because it came from. Anyway.
Bye guys.
Oh wait. Let me sit down for a minute. I want to say one last thing. Put in the comments. Comment in the comments what you think won this shirt. And 2, what's the craziest conspiracy theory you heard? And 3, what do you think about what we're talking about, political and just silly wise? What do you think about it? I didn't even get to tell my story from that one time at work, but I'll tell it because it wasn't really outlandish. It didn't match the theme of this episode. But yeah, just let us know what you thought about this episode. I think that we did a really good job with this episode.
Yeah. Night of young weekends.
Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.
How do I wait? Where's the button?
Girl, come on now.